real lucky.
As Alesto approaches you, he says, "Hey,
They're gonna
welcome,
name
guys.
their first kid after you.
I trust you guys didn't have any issues getting here."
I kind of hold. I put out a gauntlet and I hold his neck there for a sec. Then I'm like, they were fakes.
He said, "Fakes." He says, "Oh," you see his eyes like he thinks for a second. He's like pondering, "Fakes, fakes." And you see his eyes light up. Oh, I had confiscated some fakes from some people earlier, and I guess I mixed them up in with the real ones. I'm so sorry, guys. Oh, what happened?
I let go of his
you are
throat.
trash.
Say, you are an idiot.
Alesto, I know you're sloppy, but this is a little too sloppy even for you.
He says, "Hi, damn, I know, man. I really dropped the ball on this one."
We have 2 bodies.
It's not too bad. Yeah, it's just 2 people. How many people are dead? 2?
Two bodies in the ship, and then 1 forever traumatized man going home to his wife.
Yeah. 2 of your coworkers are dead.
He says,
because
2.
of you.
He says 2. Then he looks. You see him pondering. He's like, "I just saw Peg Leg." Oh, I'm assuming you guys put his Peg Leg back on, or he reattached.
You just saw Peg. Did he have a hole in him still?
No, I'm assuming you guys put like a bandage or something over it. Like,
We filled it up with packing peanuts and taped it shut.
And then you put like whatever. But yeah, he hobbled off after that. But yeah, he says, so that means that means that sleeves and patches are gone.
If those were their names, then yes.
Mindy, you're a medical professional. On a scale of 0 to dead, how dead are they?
Pretty dead.
Yeah, that was my take on it too.
Yeah, seeing as
actually, since you fucked up, I guess we're all absolved of those, and that's on you.
Yeah, it's kind of your fault.
You see him think for a moment. You see him think for a moment, and he says, fuck it, they were pirates anyway." And he says, "Now that you guys are on board, what do you guys want to do? The wedding's gonna be starting soon. You have the blueprints about where everyone's gonna be. Scruffy,
I think we stick to plan A.
After I delivered the thing to Scruffy, he looked very agitated about what he had heard on it. He didn't act upon it. He didn't want to ruin his wedding just in case it was a forgery, but he definitely looked very disturbed by what he heard.
Yeah, I thought the timing might be a little too coincidental.
Exactly.
We can push this ruse through though.
But yeah, he tells you that everything's in place. You two. Oh, he says to Mindy. Oh, not to Mindy. To Mindy and to Aster that the servers' quarters are ready to get you suited up for your serving duties, and you two guests can just go wherever you please. There's a ceremony hall. There's like a reception hall where there's food right now. But right now the whole ceremony isn't actually happening yet, so people are just mingling. There's a party going on, whatever have you, doing pre-wedding stuff. I'm not a wedding guy, but let's just assume that all these pirates are just basically partying at this point. But not in a super rowdy way. Like I said earlier, they're more on the cordial side of things. Like they know that that this wedding is going to be a huge thing for them, so they're not trying not to like ruin the ship in their partying. So like they're not being extra rowdy, but they are definitely having a good time.
Well, let's go and help them have a good time, Aster.
Oh, and they're definitely
Well,
oh no, I forgot what I was gonna say.
Poison in his.
Oh, you cut off, Aster. Aster, did your mic die? Uh-oh. But either way, he says to you that all that stuff is in place. The wedding has been going off without a hitch. It's been A-okay, like none. And yeah, so what do you guys want to go about doing exactly?
Well, Aster and I need to go and get ready and put these uniforms on, I guess.
All right, so I don't know. Are you back, Aster? Because I
am. I keep cutting out for some reason.
So he says, don't worry about it. Alesto says to you guys, yeah, that you can definitely go off and get ready. He keys in or he shows you in the blueprints of the ship where the servers are getting ready. And
Yep.
yeah, you guys can go off and do that whenever you're ready to do that. And then he says to Steve and Rodon, that you guys can do whatever you want in this time. Like you can go have some drinks, you can go eat, you can go save your place in the reception, in the ceremony hall. And he also points out the blueprints where the captain is, where both captains are staying separate from each other, where all the big major wedding locations are, like the reception hall, ceremony hall, where there's food, all that good stuff. Anything else you might want to look up or have a look at, you could probably look at too. But yeah.
Yeah. I think Rodon's wanting some snacks right now. So he's gonna go get some snacks.
And Steve, what do you want to be doing?
I honestly, I'm blanking on what I would do in this situation. I guess I'll just mingle. Are there any other robots around?
Give me an. All right. So let me set up.
Hello, robot. I am also a robot.
Let me
Nice
set
to-
up the scene a little bit. All right. So, Mindy and Aster go off to go prepare to be servers and to work as servers for the wedding, as whatever capacity that may entail. And as they're walking off, Steve and Rodon decide to go enjoy the party. As the party, they don't have anything to do just yet because the ceremony has not begun. They still have a little bit of time. So Rodon is gonna go off and find something to eat. He said he wants some snacks, so he's gonna go find the buffet line or whatever have you. They're gonna have a huge buffet thing.
Punching a skull and usually makes them hungry.
Yeah, I guess I'll stick with Rodon.
And yeah, so you follow him
There's
into
a big
the
one, yeah.
into where the what do you call those halls as far as wedding goes? Like the
Ballroom?
Banquet hall?
Yeah, banquet hall. Let's call it the banquet hall. You guys enter the banquet hall, and you see there's many various different kinds of pirates there, ranging from robotic types, or there's lady pirates, men pirates. There's like
There's like intellectual property pirates.
yeah, you see Johnny. There's
I
actually
stole the idea for the win for the.
Wait, I guess that would probably be me.
Oh, I'm sorry, that's so funny. Yeah, you actually happen to spot someone in the corner who looks suspiciously like Jack Sparrow. Yeah, you see people are just conversing and eating, and you see there's a buffet line.
Is Jack Sparrow holding a jar of dirt?
Hey, he is not. I'm sorry, I don't know pirates that well, so sorry if that's a pirate.
Oh. Where he's like, I got a jar of dirt. I got a jar of dirt.
I don't. You could say he is. I don't know pirates that well, but either way, it's a very typical banquet hall. You see lines and trays of food. People are mingling and talking. You see robotic people, augmented people, short people, alien people, all different kinds of people. But most of them are bearing either the insignia of Roseanne or Scruffy, which is the mop with crossbones and the silhouette of the large man being yelled at by a large woman. But yeah, so that's what you guys see.
Is there another guy at the snack counter where I'm getting snacks?
There's like a line of people because it's a huge event. There's like many people. So I would say in your room there's about probably like a dozen and a half people, or maybe even 24 people, just mingling and talking and going online for food and stuff. So I would say there's like 2 or 3 other. Yeah.
I wanna try to start up a conversation with them.
All right. So the guy next to you online, he's pulling out. He's actually in the tray for like bacon. He's just piling bacon onto his plate. He says, I fucking love bacon.
Like, bacon's good. And what insignia do you have? Does he have on him?
Well, let's call him Roseanne. He has Roseanne's insignia on him.
I was like, oh, you're with Roseanne, right?
He says, yeah, she's ride or die, queen lady.
Yeah, she has a wonderful laugh. You find you're a pirate, right? So you find any good booty lately? And I give him like a little shoulder. He's totally not like doesn't know what to talk about with the pirates, so he's just bringing out the tropes.
All right.
My favorite letter is R too.
All right. He gives you a funny look, but he chuckles a little bit. He's like, I haven't heard that one in a couple days.
Couple of days.
I thought I was being original.
But
It actually took me a little bit to come up with that one.
he says, "Dude, do you want anything? I'm trying to eat my bacon here."
It's a wedding, man. You're supposed to be like conversational, right?
He glances at you once over. He says, "Oh, I see you're not wearing insignia. What are you doing here? I know we invited lots of civilians who support us, but what's your tie?"
Let's say I'm a friend of Roxanne's.
A friend of Roseanne's, huh?
Sorry, no.
A friend of Roxanne, you say?
I'm a friend of Roseanne's. Yeah, I'm a friend.
He says to you in a hushed tone, he's like, "I've been hearing about some other friend of hers lately that seems to have the captain on edge. Would you happen to be that friend?"
I
was
don't
asking.
know about that. Yeah, I don't.
He says to you that he's Roseanne's what is it a soldier or whatever, pirate of Roseanne. So he looks kind of suspicious at this point. Now he's more on the tangent of who was trying to set up. Like he looks more. He's lost his like little sunny demeanor, and now he's like I've heard about that, and you know that's how he's talking about it.
Yeah, but no, I haven't heard anything like that. No, I'm just a friend. We actually grew up in the same school. We like knew each other from school.
Give me a deception roll for that. Just
Okay.
roll me a d20.
I do have proficiency in deception.
So that'll drop it one. All right, he believes you. He definitely believes you. He's like, "Oh, you went to what's the name of the school that you went to?" Or that he'll believe you, whatever it is. We'll say you looked it up on like Wikipedia.
Alpha Centauri University.
Shooty bang bang school.
No.
Where we actually learned to be marksmen. I would learn to be a marksman but I don't really use that anymore. As I point at the fists, these.
He says, "Oh, shooty bang bang. Yeah, you definitely attended that with us. Awesome."
Shooty bang bang.
And he says, "It makes sense. She's one of the best marksmen there is."
Yeah, right.
And yeah, he's
I went to shooty bang bang for a while, but then I got a transfer to punchy fist.
Punchy. Oh my god.
The guy looks at you and he says he looks a little puzzled, and he's like, he can't tell if it's a joke because he knows the real name of this place, but he's never heard of punchy or whatever you just said. So he's like, he chuckles a little bit. He's like, "Yeah," and it was nice talking to you, but I got my friends waiting for me over there. I'm the bacon man, and now his plate is like filled with bacon, and he's gonna walk off back to his table to eat bacon with his comrades.
See you later, Baconator.
And now we'll go over to the servers.
I turned to Steve and I said, "I think we made a friend today."
Yeah,
And,
sure.
So now we shift scenes to the servers. You guys reach the servers' quarters or whatever, wherever they're getting prepared. You're greeted by a very pretty woman. Let's call her Katol.
No, hold on. I can get something with a good cannon. Hold on, give me a second.
A good name, or?
From Roseanne.
Yeah, from Roseanne.
Oh, for Roseanne. Oh, like the daughter's name or something. I don't know.
Becky. Name
There
her
we go.
Becky.
So it's Becky. So we have a very,
my God.
very pretty woman. As you enter the room, you see that she's actually wearing a very standard looking server's outfit, like a tux with a little bow tie. She looks very cute in it. You see, she has a name tag that says Becky, which is why you know her name. And she says, what is it? You must be Mindy and Aster. Alesto told me to expect you guys. She has in her hand, she has our outreach hand. She has one outfit, one for you, and hands you guys the outfits to put on. She said the changing rooms are back there. Feel free to get ready, but don't take too long. The wedding's gonna be starting soon, and we got to get those refreshments out there. The buffet is only gonna last so long.
Yep, no problem. So
no problem at all.
I'll head off and find a change room and get changed.
All right, so she hands you off the stuff. You guys go get changed. As you guys.
With this outfit, is there somewhere where I can hide my weapon?
Yeah, I would say well, you mean your regular laser gun, or?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say like since you're wearing it could just be like tucked in your like pants or like on like a leg strap or something, but it's definitely concealable.
Sure.
Yeah, you could definitely hide a weapon in your server's outfit. Same goes for you, Aster, but I'm assuming you're just keeping your gold rings on.
Your gold rings are still on. I have my comb strapped to my thigh.
Yep, perfect. All right, so you guys get out of the server's changing room, and Becky is still waiting there for you guys, and she says to you, I need you guys to go to the kitchen and pick up the hors d'oeuvres or whatever you call the food that's served like fancily, like to guests, as well as platters of drinks to pass around to guests. And she points out to you the kitchen is so and so place, and you can find the kitchen with ease once she sends you.
All right. I pat the skull, the skull with the poison injection that's still in my pocket.
Got it. And I'm assuming the same thing for the Yep.
I've got the other on me.
Yep. And you guys make your way to the kitchen. You see all manner of party guests. They look a little disappointed that you don't have food already on you. Some even asked when's the food coming, or they were told there's gonna be some fancy like little snacks, and they're expecting them, or drinks or whatever they're asking you about. And you guys get to the kitchen, and there you see a very stout-looking chef waiting with like a full like a little long big table filled with drinks and food and what have you. And he says, you grab one plate of food, you grab one plate of drinks. He's pointing to you guys. He's not even looking at you. He's more concerned with he's kind of glancing around the kitchen at the other people cooking and stuff, making sure things are going properly in his kitchen. So he's a little distracted. But again, he just points in the general direction of both of you guys. He says, you pick up the food and you pick up the drinks, and then he goes back off to supervise this kitchen.
Sure. So I'll pick up a plate of food.
And I'll pick up a plate of drinks.
And we'll wander off to have some fun.
And I slyly inject one random glass with
the zombie stuff?
Yeah.
What? Random?
Not an outbreak, just to keep people on their toes.
So just one random glass, you said, right?
Yep, one random glass.
Is this shit contagious?
I don't think so. You have to be injected with the device specifically, or the stuff inside the device specifically, right?
Yeah, but then the zombie can bite people.
Oh, huh.
It's a zombie. I thought that was implied, but we can have it.
Well, you said it had like a special device injection system, so I was wondering, is it like a zombie kind of vampire thing?
It still spreads. It's zombie virus, however, but it's still once you turn someone into a zombie, they'll have that capability.
Okay, in that case, I will keep my eye out for like the special champagne toasting glasses and drinks instead.
Got it. You don't see any of those in this room. These are more the generic drinks for passing around, but who knows what you'll find later on. And yeah, you pick up the plate of food, and what do you guys want to do? Do you want to like find a place to put stuff in it, or what?
Walk around, see people need drinks, kind of like gauge the room a bit.
Yeah.
The social tension is what I'm looking for.
Got it. All right. So you guys aren't doing anything to the food or drinks now, yes?
Not yet.
Not at this point. We want to know what the feel of the place is first.
Got it. So you guys pick up your platters and you guys venture forth. The ship is pretty huge, but they have lots of sections portioned off or whatever blocked off, stating that we want guests to stay in certain areas.
But
So
we're not guests. We're staff.
you know what I
That's
mean,
it.
like part of the wedding.
Okay.
Like you're not like a pirate. Like he recognizes pirate crew people. You guys aren't pirate crew people. He doesn't want
Gotcha.
scruffy guys roaming around. But either way, you guys make it. You know, you wander around. You see that people are in pretty high spirits. No one is fighting. No one's on edge about anything. It seems that the sweeps of people like you guys had where the boarding parties are checking off people have been going pretty smoothly and not too many people have been able to breach except for you guys apparently. But you guys see that everyone's drinking, eating, people take drinks and food off your plates, and you eventually find yourselves in the banquet hall where your two companions are. They're both chit chatting or whatever, sitting down eating. I'll let you guys kind of describe that. The buffet is actually closed at this point now. Now that the hors d'oeuvres and the special drinks are being served by the servers and whatnot. So you as in Steve and Rodan notice Mindy and Aster walk into your room holding these serving things, and they're actually serving people and whatnot. So you know that the thing went off without a hitch. They're servers now.
Alright.
And yeah, so the servers generally saw that the vibe of the party was cool. No one seems on edge, and yeah, everyone is basically waiting for the actual ceremony to start.
Wait, are we all in the
I don't
same
think-
room now, or are we still kind of split up?
You guys are all in the same room now. You guys are all in the banquet hall. Again, you can wander off more if you'd like, but I was ending your little trip in the banquet hall, like the servers. So you ventured off. You basically saw a lot of the ship or a lot of the sections they're allowing you to see, and the general vibe was everything is cool. No one seems to be wanting to fight or anything, and everyone's just having a generally good time. If there was anything specifically you were looking for, you could let me know and you could roll for it. But that's like the vibe of the party.
No. I was going to like.
Until the next part of the plan. I'm not needed until the ceremony, so
Wait, say that again. I heard like bits and pieces of talking.
I'm not needed until like the ceremony, so I'm pretty good right now.
Yeah, I'm good too.
All right, so once you guys are all situated, your servers are ready. You see that you hear an announcement over the speakers that everyone, the ceremony is about to begin. Can you please make your way to the ceremony hall? And please take your seats. And yeah, you see people get up from their seats, and then people are starting to mill over. People are excited to chat. Ooh, I can't believe we're finally gonna tie the knot. Ooh, they're gonna make such a great couple. We're gonna be so strong after this. You see like some Roseanne and what is it, Scruffy pirate people like holding hands, even not just like Scruffy hanging out with Scruffy or Roseanne hanging out with Roseanne crew. They're hanging out with each other. They're all excited about becoming one group. But as they're leaving, what is it? All you four kind of hang back, and you'll be the last ones to enter like the ceremony hall before things go on, just in case you want to prepare the foods or whatever you guys want to set up or situate before. And there'll be plenty of places for you to sit down once you enter, so you can sit down wherever you want. As far as the guests go, servers are still going to be doing other stuff. You're not necessarily invited into the wedding, but you might be standing on the side or whatever, actually in the hall, holding food or whatever. But it's up to you how you want to blend in or whatever have you at this point.
I like how.
Sorry. Is there an opportunity that Mindy can add some of this hallucinogen to some of the food?
Oh, the laxative. I forgot.
All right, so you can definitely add some of it. How much food are you trying to affect?
Not a huge amount, but just enough to make things a little bit for people. And
all right, so I would say like maybe a small platter's worth, like the platter you're holding, I guess. Not all the food, but
yeah. And if I have opportunity, like
Wait, aren't we sitting down for the ceremony now?
yeah, there's still gonna be like
what's the point?
yeah,
Like
I mean
setting up the food and all, because we're about to do the ceremony, and like that's when we're planning on like doing our big reveal, our big play.
yeah.
but it could be for after that, but who knows what's gonna happen after that. But
Yeah, but the thing is like after that we have somebody dead or two groups fighting. So there's no real point to having hallucinogenic stuff if we already made our big move.
You all see Aster like motion towards the bulge in his pants, which is clearly the skull injector.
I feel like we do want to cause chaos so that we can escape.
Yeah, exactly.
Like if need be, I'll just jab into someone's neck.
I just don't think after the big thing that's gonna happen, right? You know what? We're all fighting, but I really want like some entree. I want some hors d'oeuvres right now.
You never know in a situation.
There might be that one guy, and that one guy is tripping balls once he's.
But also, like I said, people are still settling down for the ceremony, so someone may grab a food like before they actually sit down to like for the ceremony. Because, like I said, you guys are on the tail end of it. Oh,
going around, and this one guy's just tripping balls.
Do I have time to do it?
Yeah, you definitely do have time to do it. You have to roll everything for it.
Do I need to do a roll for that?
No, I wouldn't say so. You just because everyone's more focused on heading to the ceremony hall, and like you see people like picking at food still, but no one's really paying attention to the servers. Like they're more focused on their own thing. I
want to get a seat somewhere kind of towards the front of the wedding. By the way.
Yeah, that works. You could definitely do that. Yeah, you could definitely do that. So you implant some of the food in like on a tray or whatever, and you do you set the tray down, or what do you want to do with the tray after you put the stuff with it?
I'm just gonna stand there, and people can just grab it as they walk past.
Okay, all right. So
as they're walking in, they can take munchies with them.
All right, so yeah, that you definitely as you see the more people milling in, you can't really because of a bunch of people, you can't really pay attention to who is grabbing food off the plate, but you definitely see that people have grabbed something off of it. At least a handful of people have taken food from that plate. And yeah, I would say that this stuff isn't fast acting. I would say that you'll have about 30 minutes to an hour before they start feeling something.
But then it real kicks in. Then it's like, whoa.
And
am I looking at the stars, or are they looking at me?
And Aster, what do you want to do with your serving stuff?
Out of character, real quick. How mad would you guys be if I zombified a few people?
I mean, like it kind of ruins the plan.
Does it?
Wait, zombify who? Like everybody, or
no, just a random person. So it causes.
Okay, I'll party after everything's kind of gone down without a hitch, and we need a quick escape. I'll let you zombify someone then, but I don't really want you to zombify someone right now. Okay.
This is like that mushroom or that marshmallow thing.
Marshmallow?
It's like you can zombify one person right now, or you can zombify 2 people in 20 minutes.
Is that cool? I don't really want you to zombify someone right now. It's kind of ruining.
Like, how long does the zombification process take?
All right, so what I would say is it could be very similar to the drugs, where it would take a little while to happen. It's not gonna be instantaneous, where it's like a zombie type thing, where some zombie bites, or in some zombie universes, like the bite is almost instant, or somewhere you get bit and you can like if you cut it off in time, you can heal or whatever. So we'll say that this particular zombie poison or whatever is slow acting as all the other poisons you guys have.
It's slow acting enough that it's just gonna activate when we need escape.
That's exactly it.
Like, it's not like a make or break deal with me, but like if we're about to end the adventure, I'm just gonna stab a few people for fun and then leave.
It's called plot.
It's called Law of the One Shot.
Law of the One Shot.
But fine, that's fine.
But yeah, so what do you want to do exactly with that? Do you want a random person, or do you want to just save the needle?
You know what? Save it for now. Worst comes to worst, I can stab one of the marriage people.
All right, so guys, you guys are ready to enter the ceremony hall. You guys walk in.
Yep.
You don't know who of these people have eaten any of this food that Mindy put out with the psychoactive drugs in it.
Oh, that looks delicious. Can I try some?
You could definitely eat some if you want, but either way, let me continue. So you enter the hall, and it looks like a very beautiful wedding hall. There's rows on either side, very similar to most weddings, where you have the groom's people on one side, you have the bride's people on another side. So you see a sea of skull and crossbone with mop bones on one side. You see the sea of silhouettes of the fat man being yelled at by a fat woman on the other side. And
I would like to point out that like a good bit entire one shot was based on roaming bard saying Roseanne for a name.
That's how it is sometimes. But yeah, you guys enter.
We let it grow from there, and it's been a wild ride.
So you find seats towards the front like you had wanted. There just happens to be a couple of empty seats for what is it, Steve and Rodon. You servers though will have to stay off to the side. There's a couple of seats in the back though. If you want to sit down, you can see some other servers scattered about the groups in the back, but they're on either side. They're not really grouped on one side or the other. Yeah, so where do you guys want to sit exactly, the servers?
I'm happy to stand on the side, and then that way I can keep an eye on what's going on.
And shoot at someone if need be.
Yeah, and that's it.
Insider, or excuse me, and Aster? Oh, did his mic die again?
No idea.
I think his mic
Aster!
died again.
I am back.
All right, welcome back. So
Gosh, what's wrong with my connection?
Where do you want to be sitting?
I'll probably stick close to Mindy.
All right, so you guys would just be standing off to the side. Then Mindy said she wanted to be standing off to the side to be able to survey the room. And you guys do see other servers standing off to the side. They're being a little more polite than trying to intermingle with the other guests. So yeah, you guys take your places there, and I'm assuming Steve, you sit next to Rodon towards the front.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys take your seat, and you see a small, very short old man in priest robes come out first, and he starts to address the crowd. And
I tell Stevie, I whisper to Stevie to get to.
We're not that close, buddy.
What?
Stevie.
Sorry.
Hey, you robot.
Take a point of experience for that, Stevie, please. But yeah,
Wait,
go on
so
and
he gets a
whisper.
point of that, but okay. I tell him to queue up White Wedding for when I say I object.
Oh, absolutely.
I tell
I
him to
agree.
queue it up for that.
That actually reminds me too to queue it up, but thank you.
Yeah, that's I was doing both of that whenever. Boom.
Awesome.
Instantly ready.
So all right, so you guys you whisper that to him, and then the priest continues with what he was saying. He's actually staring at you. No, I'm just joking. he goes on saying, "Oh, we are gathered here today." Just a little more flavor. He looks like a pirate priest. He has an eye patch. He has a parrot on his shoulder.
Of course he does.
And he says, "We are gathered here today
Y'all are gathered here
to
today.
witness the union of the two captains of Roseanne and Scruffy, and we know once they unionize that we will become much more powerful. You see that the priest has a patch on his priest robes. He actually has two patches. He already has one on the Roseanne and one Scruffy is like a prototype for when they combine or whatever groups. And he says we will become more powerful than anyone could ever imagine.
Is it Roseanne yelling at a skull and crossbones with mops? Is that what the
Yes, that's exactly what
it's Roseanne yelling at it.
You could get it.
I thought it was Roseanne yelling at a mop.
No. I like that a lot, so you could take a point of experience for that mythic.
Thank you.
And so that's what you see on the priest robe. You see a silhouette of a woman yelling at the silhouette of a mop, or it's like a skull with a mop through it. But either way, he continues and he says, we will call out first Captain Scruffy, as it is his ship, and he is so graciously honored us by letting us have the ceremony here. And you hear some music start playing over the loud system, and it's kind of like a wedding song, but it has kind of like a metal edge to it. Like it's kind of like a rocky, like it sounds elegant but also rocky at the same time. I'm bad at describing the music. Bear with me.
You're doing fine.
Are you starting? Wait, are you starting wedding? I was gonna wait
Oh
until.
no, not for white wedding. There's just his like. You know how brides have like the wedding march or whatever. He just has he's like full of himself. He just played his own theme song when he was coming out, basically.
Like it would be his WWE intro theme song.
Basically, yes.
I'm Scruffy.
But yeah, you see him. Yeah, he comes out. You see him. You see a very large, bearded man come out. He has a very gray beard. He has a big scar over one eye. Even though this eye is open, it's like cloudy and gray. He's wearing a big, elegant looking pirate hat. It's gold trim. The hat itself is red. It matches his very elegant red. Looks like an admiral's outfit almost. It looks like a very high-ranking military outfit, even though he's not military. It gives off that vibe. And he's like, you see like everyone starts cheering. Yeah. This is where it starts being a little more on the informal side of a wedding, and people are like, yeah, Scruffy, yeah, I can't wait. Yeah, this is happening from both sides of the wedding. And he takes his place at the front, and he smiles and nods at everyone. You can kind of see, you guys in particular notice he looks a little uneasy or unsure, based on what he heard before. But only you guys would know that. But to everyone else, he's smiling and he doesn't look unsure about anything. And give me 1 second, I need some water. And as he comes out, the priest says, and now, everyone knows her, but you all love her, and she is Captain Scruffy's bride to be, and you hear music start playing, and before he even finishes talking, you hear again
the theme song to Roseanne.
Let's not go that far. But you hear
copyright.
Copyright, but you hear a metal rock version of the bride march or whatever, the wedding march. Here comes the bride, but you hear it has guitars and drums and shit in it. And she walks up from the other side of the podium, or from the adjacent side or opposite side. And everyone starts cheering again. Yeah, woo, yeah, woo, yeah. And she's smiling. She's wearing a very elegant looking dress. It's also red to match Captain Scruffy. She has a red veil. She has an extremely long red what do you call it? I don't know what you call the thing that
train.
Yeah, that very long train, I guess, of the veil, where she has what you see is several little robots carrying the veil instead of people, because it's so long that it needs basically a train of little robots to hold it up. And it basically stays lifted up the entire time. And yeah, and it goes off like further than you can even see. Like it goes off into where she came from, and you guys all know, as per pirate tradition and law or whatever, that that indicates that she has conquered and killed, and she has a very long record. Basically, it indicates her power. And yeah, so they smile at Scruffy and Roseanne smile at each other. They're holding hands as the priest continues, and he continues on with his regular old lecture of not lecture, but his speech of it's such a beautiful day. I'm not sorry, I'm not a wedding person, so I've never been to a wedding. I don't know, like, so it's gonna be very poor on this part. So, but he's giving like a nice speech, like it's such a great thing to see two people in love and so in love with power, and he's talking about how they're gonna be the greatest power couples to ever live, and that what do you call what would be a good combo celebrity name for them? You know how they have like the Brangelino or whatever. Like what would be like Scruffan?
Scrozan. Why don't you Scruffy Roseanne?
I like Scrozan.
Gotta be Scrozan.
Yeah, Scrozan. I like it. Scrozan. We're going with Scrozan. Yeah, I like Scrozan a lot. So we're going with that. So he said Scrozan is going to be the most powerful thing to hit the scene since whatever. And he's getting towards the end, and he says to Scruffy, now's the time to say anything to your wife or your to-be wife that you would want to say. And he goes off, and he says his real contrived speech about how he loves her, but it's more about how he's offering his power to her. He's like saying that even though like, our union is going to be mighty, but my might is so powerful that you're only going to bolster my strength, and we're going to be the greatest ever, and blah blah blah. But you can see him as he's kind of saying this. There's like little hesitations between his his thoughts every now and then as he looks at his wife, and in his head what he's thinking. And his wife does, after he finishes his speech, Roseanne does the same thing. This very portly woman in a very elegant red dress. She spouts off her little speech about how they're going to be very powerful together, and how
with sickness and in health.
In sickness and in health, and in money, because she knows that she's going to bring in lots of money at this point.
Money.
Yeah, exactly. And
for richer or for richer.
Exactly. And after she
Never
said that a little
poor.
bit, the priest says, he says out loud, and now that they've are about to solidify their bond, would anyone, I forget the word for word speech, but would anyone like to
if anyone has any reason that these two should not be wed, speak now or forever hold your peace.
I stand up.
There we go.
And I'm like, yeah.
Oh my god. I know it's a game, but I'm still kind of embarrassed for you.
So what did you say?
And then the White Wedding starts playing.
Let me play it. I'll play it on my end.
I object.
Well,
and I look towards Scruffy. Yeah, you want me to wait?
Yeah, I'm just playing the song a little bit.
I sort of speakers like rise out of my shoulders and legs.
Oh.
And I say,
I'm really playing this loud.
Suddenly, Rodan's entire body is lit up by red dots from like 1,000 pirates surrounding him.
Okay, I object. And then I look at Scruffy and I'm like, recognize the sound of my voice?
He definitely recognizes the sound of your voice.
And I can tell it on his face, and I'm like, yeah, I thought so.
And what, I don't know who just said about the lasers, about pointing at you, but that's pretty accurate. You see a lot of people are very upset by what you just said, and a lot of people are standing up. People have weapons drawn. People have like swords on. No one's actually doing anything.
I'm slowly stepping away from it.
I say, that's right, Scruffy. Everything you heard was true. Get Roseanne, and I'm like, I couldn't wait until he was dead. I had to come in and see a look on his face for myself. And I look at him and I'm like,
So for Roseanne, can you give me an intellect roll? Like you're trying to.
I'm like putting her into the play, but I'm hoping she's like too stunned to actually say anything.
What?
Can I use my my playing of White Wedding to assist the stunning? Or like as an asset.
So
yeah, can our scenic way of doing this give us any advantage?
All right. So what I'm gonna say here is just because we're nearing the end of this, and this is how I like to do things, and I'm loosey goosey anyway. You're gonna have an asset from the music. Again, it's an like persuasion or deception roll, and what she is seeing or what she's gonna play with is, do you look more attractive to her than Scruffy?
Yeah, I'm pretty attractive, dude. But yeah, I have deception and I have the asset.
Yeah, so give me roll me a d20.
Oh my! I'm gonna use my XP.
I was so excited for a second.
14.
Alright, so so not only the Scruffy, like he whips out his weapon and he's like, "How dare you!" And not only that, you see Roseanne, she looks at you and you see kind of look in her eye, and even though she's not exactly sure what's going on, like pirates are really wily and they're up for shenanigans and stuff like that. And she says, "Oh," she doesn't really say anything, but you see a look on her face that she's kind of like she has a like that like growly, like I don't know how to like describe that, like lusty, yeah, like that look in her face, like that look in her face, like, "Ooh, who's this feisty fella speaking up for me?" Like, and yeah. So what else are you saying? And
I say, marriage was only for her power, and she was gonna use it. She's gonna use it against you. So
don't tell him that you're in on that. What? Right.
What? No, that's the whole point. Is I'm like, oh, veil the curtain, now fight each other. That's out of.
Alright, but 1 second. Aster, the stuff you're saying in Roll20, do you actually want to do that while all this stuff is going on, while he has everyone distracted by his big revelation and all that?
Right now, me and Mindy are just kind of on standby, assuming. So I'm just like having a side conversation while the main action is happening.
Oh yeah, no, that's fine. But is this the thing you said before? Aster slowly and quietly begins to spike the drinks with cyber zombie virus.
I did that.
You can definitely start doing that if you want to do that.
Yes, that's what I'm doing.
So can you give me a speed roll to see if you can stealthily do that? Even though people are very distracted, you never know who might be having a wandering eye. Oh boy.
I'm going to use experience because that's why I still have it.
Yep.
Man.
No. I would say it was difficulty too because people are so distracted by what's going on.
All right.
But yeah, you successfully spiked.
Just gonna.
Do you want to spike any drinks in particular or just random drinks?
What do you like? Can I spike Scruffy and Roseanne's drink?
All right.
Well, they're going to be a little they're going to be a little distracted to drink.
Yeah, I know, but if they somehow manage to get out of it,
so
and it's like, oh, a job well done, a toast to our marriage, and they drink.
So what you do
still solves the problem.
Yeah, you see that at the reception or whatever ceremony table in that room, there's like a bottle of champagne. It's actually the galactic bottle of cosmic champagne that Elesto picked up earlier, and you see that there's only 2 glasses next to it, and they're full glasses already. And you can easily spike those 2. They're very clearly meant for bride and groom.
Done.
So yeah, you spike those. No one sees you do it.
Roseanne has a flair for the dramatic.
And yeah, so Scruffy is like, how dare you steal my woman? How dare you try to steal my woman? And he points at, he looks at Roseanne. And he says, and you were in on this? But Roseanne just.
And I look at all of her. I said,
can I start playing the recording right now?
Yeah, start playing.
You definitely can start playing that recording. So you start playing the recording, and you see people in the crowd, or everyone in general starts. Scruffy, he looks tense because he's heard it already, but everyone like kind of looks confused now, and even
Roseanne
well, the
looks.
Roseanne looks confused, and the way I'm gonna flavor this or make it make sense is, she's a pirate. She lives a very very wild lifestyle. So who knows what she may have done under the effects of what drugs or alcohol or whatever. So she has nights where she does stuff she may not remember. So
can I spend 1 XP to say something retroactively? Which is that for this scene, I used my image caster Cypher, so it's not actually me that's there. It's just my hologram that also projects sound.
I would say you could do that with 3 experience because that's pretty major. That's a pretty major retroactive.
Yeah, all right, whatever. Sure.
So yeah, with 3 EXP, you can retroactively have used your Cypher for that purpose.
Yeah, I really should have done that. That was an oversight.
Yeah, again, yeah, it's a one-shot, so it's no biggie. But again, that's a pretty major retroactive thing to imply. But yeah, so you guys all know that it's not actually him there. It's a projection that acts like he's actually there, but it's intangible. It can't be hurt or harmed or whatever.
The real me is in the back in a trench coat and like a hat, like Ninja Turtle.
And I say, when he's playing this, I said, me and Roseanne will rule these pirates, and people of Scruffy's pirates, join us or perish. And I looked towards Scruffy and I said, You will not get in the between us. And I power on the gauntlets. I start powering them.
Alright, so Scruffy looks at you, and he looks at his like sea of people.
Yeah, and I said, yo, join us. Roseanne's, we're together. Like, all the Roseannes, come on, let's do this. And if
alright.
Yeah,
so give me this is gonna be a persuasion roll to persuade, because Roseanne is kind of already on the tangent of kind of like she kind of thinks she did what she is caught on tape doing, but now you're trying to convince the crowd to be on your side. We'll say that the recording they just heard is an asset for that. But yeah, so just give me the intellect roll for that.
I was just reminded that. Okay, it's an asset. Cool.
Yeah.
All right, come on, guys. Can I put effort into this?
Yeah, you can definitely apply effort.
Okay, cool. I haven't used effort all game, so that gives me another asset, right?
Yeah, it drops the difficulty 1 test, which is essentially.
Okay, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Okay. Well, it's called breaking. I'm breaking their marriage.
Yo, I would definitely allow that. I meant it in a physical way.
That's another asset.
Alright, so I'm gonna just tell you.
Assets.
Yeah, I'll just tell you it's a difficulty 1 task to do this at this point. So you successfully get them on your side. They're willing to fight alongside you, and they're willing. Roseanne is like, ooh, who's this? Like, she doesn't even really know you, but you must have some cojones to come into a pirate wedding to do this for her. So she's enthralled by you at this point. And what am I saying? So Scruffy is now he's ready to talk it out. Now he sees that everyone is ready to fight, and he's kind of outnumbered not outnumbered, but he doesn't want to make a mess on his own ship. So you see him looking around. You see him. He looks at Roxanne. Roseanne. It's Roseanne, Mindy, not Roxanne.
Right. And I say, let's finish this, you and me, 1-on-1.
He looks at Roseanne. He looks at the pirate crew. He looks at you. He looks at basically everything. He says, "A duel for Roseanne."
Yes.
He says. He looks around.
1-on-1. No cheating.
No cheating, says the pirate.
And he says, "How can I turn down a challenge in front of my own men?" And he says, "You have your challenge." And everyone is basically gonna get ready for you to fight. The podium where the priest was, it pulls away, and it's actually a stage where he was, was gonna do things, but now it's more set up like an arena. Like the captain's like types in some buttons on his like tablet phone or whatever, and the stage behind him transformed into basically a wrestling ring, essentially.
Okay, just for flavor, you know how I've been I've been telling you how much power I've been using on the gauntlets and all, kind of just for flavor too. I'm going 100% on both gauntlets right now.
Yeah. So you hear a very loud whining sound coming from Rodon's gauntlets, and he's getting ready to throw down with Scruffy. What do you all want to do while this is happening, though? Basically, what you all see is everyone's actually getting excited about this because they love this shit. But you guys don't know how the fight is actually going to go down. You've all heard that Scruffy is incredibly powerful, and he looks strong, but you've never seen anything firsthand about it. But you guys might want to be doing something in case of the worst.
Looking around the hall, can I see if anyone is starting to be affected by the hallucinogens that I had put into the food?
All right, give me an intellect roll on that. Just to see if the perception you're looking around.
Actually, I'm trained in perception.
Yeah, all right. So you definitely notice, like, even though like you see everyone's very excited about everything, you see one or two people who are kind of like they're not reacting in any crazy negative way, but you can see they're kind of like spaced out in like they're zoned out. They're not cheering, they're not like talking to anyone, and they're not really behaving funny in any way other than they're just kind of zoned out with a blank look on their face.
Aster, are you still standing next to me?
That is affirmative.
Okay, I nudge Aster and point in that direction and say, maybe we should hand out some more candy.
Maybe we should. And I hold a bag of laxatives.
Yes, we should. I say from behind you, and I pull out my handful of ketchup packets.
Oh, the ones from 3 years ago? You cruel, cruel man.
I'm also
these are still good. You don't have ketchup doesn't go bad.
Getting ready for the fight. Also taking my amplification I take my amplification parasite.
Ooh.
All right, so you guys basically. All right, so what do you want to do with the laxative? You want to give it to the people who are tripping, or you want to just distribute it to like? Anyone?
Actually, I'm going to hand over my laxatives to her, and I'm actually going to see if I can leave and get into our ship and have it ready. So if need be, I can crash through the banquet hall and pick everyone up to leave.
You can definitely do that.
Okay, I'm going to be our escape strategy.
Yeah. In terms of causing chaos, the one thing that I realize I can do is that we're on a spaceship, which means that the spaceship that I'm on is in short range of me, which means that I can just make the spaceship stop working for one round for an intellect point, and I have 17 intellect points, so for the next 17 rounds, the spaceship can just be in free fall.
I would say
in space, like 0G maybe, but not free fall.
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
I mean, like basically off into drifting.
The ship would remain in orbit and not plummet, but the ship's functions would all be fucked up.
Yeah, no, like 17 rounds of not working, like a ship would seriously mess up.
Because that's no gravity, no engine, no environmental control, no life support.
Yeah,
you gotta remember that a round is like what, a second?
6
seconds?
seconds. No, a round is 6 seconds.
So it's like a minute like 2 minutes.
Spaceships are super meticulous about this thing. They have to 17 times 6 is a lot when it comes to a spaceship.
Either way,
that's 2 minutes.
That's all hypothesis.
It would definitely throw everyone off balance when gravity turns off.
Even just having the lights go out for 20 seconds would be enough to send a panic through everyone.
So I give Steve a quick nod, and he sees me leave to go grab the ship. So when I see all the lights go off, I know to come crashing in.
Well, I mean, like, first I want to see how this fight goes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, but I'm the contingency plan here.
So, yeah, I'm getting overcharge ready, and I'm getting overcharge ready, and I also turn on my boosters on my gauntlets, my rocket boosters. I'm getting ready to fight right now. I'm going full force on this dude. This thing. Are you ready, Albatross?
Yeah. Sorry about that. I zoned out myself.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys do all that stuff. Wait. So I was just a little unclear about the. Oh, you handed the laxatives to Mindy. Mindy, did you want to do anything with the laxatives, or doesn't really matter too much at this point? But
yeah. Well, I was going to like sprinkle some of it over some food, and then just tray to Steve, and I do a tray as well, and then we can just hand them out, and then be on guard for when we need to drag Roden away and leave.
Got it. All right, so you sprinkle some laxatives on foods, and you distribute it.
Not just laxatives, but I'm doing the hallucinogens as well, because I've still got.
Yeah, all the drug, all that you even mix them together, like, so it's shitty hallucinogenics, and you now that there's a fight happening, people want like snacks and stuff, so you happily distribute it to whoever will take some, and you don't really keep. Not everyone gets some, but a good amount of the people are taking the food and they're gonna eat it while they.
I do make sure to tell them that I unless they don't know, I'm assuming they know about the zombie cyber thing I did.
You can definitely. I would say you guys have a communication device that you could just relay, like a device in your ear that no one can see, really, like, because you guys are working covert together. So I would assume you would have some kind of covert, long range way to talk to each other. So you could have relayed the zombie stuff and the champagne to them, definitely.
All right, sounds good.
So yeah,
ready to get into the fight now?
For sure. So
okay, cool.
You see Scruffy's already in the ring, ready.
Yeah, I'm fully ready. I got my overcharge ready. I have my booster rockets on.
So you step into the ring, and or excuse me, I guess it is a ring now at this point.
It's a circle.
The priest takes, like, he was wearing one long robe, like a priest robe, and he flings it off in one motion, and now he's wearing like a referee's outfit.
I respect him.
You see that the way he was talking before, his voice was amplified so that everyone could hear him, and it's still that way. And he says, in this corner we have our loyal Captain Scruffy, and in this corner we have the app challenger. What's your name? And he leans over and whispers to you, well, what's your name?
Hold on a sec. Hold on. Give me, like, out of character. Give me a sec. I'll say John Goodman.
You see, when you say John Goodman, you see Roseanne's eyes just light, like she's like spectating from ringside. From the opposite side where she could see everything, and you see her eyes light up when you say that. you could gain a point of experience for that. And yeah, you just so we can prepare for your bout, let's do your parasite thing. I forget.
I decided against it because it's not actually help me in the fight, like, at all.
1 second. Let me look at it.
It doesn't, because it's gonna help me with skills, might, skills, speed, and skills intellect.
Oh no! This'll help you hit. If you choose might, it'll help you punch him.
Oh really? Cool. Then yeah, I'll take it. I wanna do it on.
The difficulty of any role related to the user's chosen stat. Yeah, it doesn't say excluding attacks. Whenever it excludes attacks, it usually says doesn't pertain to attacks or defense, but this doesn't, so it definitely would apply to your attacks.
Okay, then yeah, I'll take it, and I wanted to boost my might.
But you also have to remember, I get to choose the stat that gets the detriment, and I'm choosing speed.
Okay.
So he's gonna have a much easier time hitting you.
Don't I have mic defense though? Would you be hitting my like?
It depends, but in this situation, we're gonna say it's speed because you use the amplification parasite. But
It's typically
but-
speed defense for normal attacks, unless you have a special ability that makes it otherwise.
yeah,
I
and
think,
then
I think I do. I'm not sure.
no, you do not.
Shit.
You have might. You're trained in might defense, but that would be more like if you get poisoned or if like in a situation where endurance mattered. This is more of like you just dodging or getting out of the way of an attack.
Fine.
So really, what this Cypher has done is it's made combat more lethal for both of you.
Yes, exactly.
It's fine.
And so you do
Unstoppable,
that,
too.
and
I have unstoppable, so
and
it's fine.
you pop overcharge as well right now to just start off the fight with a bang.
Yeah, my first punches are gonna be overcharge.
I got it. So you pop your overcharge. You see that? All right. Can you describe how your fists look now that they're overcharged?
I have the booster rockets on, right? To help,
Yeah,
just
exactly.
punch in. And my actually, it's already kind of glowing. And what happens is when I overcharge it, they just start glowing even more, and like kind of like electricity starts pumping off of them. You know, like a bit of electricity comes off, and the red usual booster like becomes bigger and like blue.
Nice. That's awesome.
And I'm just ready. Okay.
All right. So
is it-
now give me initiative. So we'll see
Yeah.
who goes first.
I have detriment to this. I have a big body, so I have a detriment to this. But he would too, I would imagine. He's a big dude.
He is a big dude, but you don't know what his stats are like because you know.
Yeah, I'm just saying that I
His
have.
initiative is probably good,
build.
just because he's a high level dude.
He's a
And
trained
yours is
pirate.
because of your descriptor that gives you also benefits.
Yeah. So he's actually gonna go first.
That's fine.
And you know what you see is as he gets ready to fight, he takes off his like robe, like the admiral's coat or whatever it looked like. He again discards that with one hand, throws it off to the side of the ring, and what you see is a very like under the coat you couldn't really see it. He just looked like a big. You couldn't tell if it was fat or muscle. But now you see he's this like bulging, rippling guy. Like he has an anchor tattoo on one arm. The other arm is like augmented like in many ways. You see he has a big metal forearm. There's like a laser sticking out of like the back of his hand. And yeah, he looks quite intimidating now. And
Doesn't
he-
scare me.
he dashes towards you as soon as the referee says go, and he dashes towards you with a very swift
Question:
punch.
do I get any boost to speed because my speed boost because my my boosters?
No,
like-
you do not. You're
okay.
you're at speed detriment because of the amplification parasite.
Fine.
So yeah, he's swinging a punch at you, a very high-powered punch from his metallic arm, and you see that the laser is actually a guidance system, and you see the laser's pointing towards your head, and he's aiming a punch for your face. So yeah. Give me a speed defense roll, please.
Okay, so wait, I don't understand. Why am I trained in mic defense if it automatically goes to speed defense? I think that's kind of stupid.
What do you mean?
Well, might defense is useful for other things like
Yeah,
certain.
it's like what I explained earlier. Might defense is like if you're poisoned or dealing with a heat wave or something's too cold
Yeah,
for
it
you to
doesn't
endure.
make sense that my big dude who's built to fight.
Well, you're a
Mic
big
defense.
dude, so
It's just it does. I
Yeah,
don't
that's represented by your armor and hit points.
hit me.
Did
I thought it was
you?
because of his hardy.
Yeah. Did you? Did you roll again for another reason or?
Wait, did I roll twice?
Yeah, I see two rolls. Well, one's the
I thought
second
the
one's
first
the nice.
roll was for something else.
Oh wait, yeah. No. Wait, was the first roll? Oh yeah, that was initiative. Yeah. So you rolled a 19 for the dodge or move out of the way. So you definitely block it or dodge it. And
Minor
on
effect,
top
right?
of that, yeah, minor effect.
Can he be stunned?
Yeah, just flavor it however you want to flavor it.
Yeah, so what happens is he kind of wrestle guides tries to get me, and what I do is as soon as he's trying to do that, the booster rocket kind of flies up, and as he tries to hit me, my fist kind of just kings him off, and he's just kind of stunned because he's putting all this power into his blow, and he's kind of stumbling forward a little bit. Well, I've kind of moved back a little bit, and I'm fine getting ready for another attack. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. So you see that happen, and you see him back off a little bit, and you see him like kind of shaking his head. He looks like he's like a little thrown off by what just happened, and you can see he's visibly like dazed or stunned or what have you. And on your attack on him, it'll be one step easier because he's all fucked up.
Because also because my my dirty.
Yep, and you can go ahead and make your attack now. What do you want to do?
I have 2 attacks.
Yep, you're definitely going to be attacking twice.
And I also have double damage for it.
Yep.
So, let's see. 2 attacks. So I should roll twice or just roll once?
Roll twice, and then they'll be treated individually.
Yep, and I'm trained in my fists, and I have, all my normal stuff. So I'm bringing it down a good bit, right?
Yes, for sure. It's I don't want to give the number away, but yeah, you've reduced it quite a bit.
That's 1 attack. It's a 17, and the other attack's a 4. But I'm gonna re-roll that.
Got it.
So get rid of my XP. To a 5.
Oh boy! All right, so that's no biggie. Whatever.
I also have like a ton of detriments to his thing, so I'm not sure if a 5 hits, but
no, it doesn't. It just misses. But either way, so you go to rush him down and punch him, and the first hit connects hard. You see like a large. You said the gloves like shocked with the overcharge, or how do you want to play out the overcharge flavor? That's up to you.
Yeah, overcharge just makes it faster and it makes it stronger. Like and it just.
All right, got it. So what you see is the first punch that Rodden throws.
Amplification parasite with my hits.
What's that again?
The amplification parasite. Did you also count that in my hits?
Yes. He's quite formidable, Scruffy. He's very, very tough. Yeah. So he at this point, 5 still misses. But
I deal 12 damage though because of the overcharge.
Yeah, so you go and it's actually more because you rolled a 17, so you're dealing 1 additional damage. So you're dealing 13 damage. So you go and you swing your rocket-powered fist into his side, and the first blow lands clearly. Boom! It hits him very cleanly, and you see him get almost pushed out of the way. And you hit him so hard that it knocked him out of the way of your other punch. And the second punch kind of just swings wide and misses you. And now it goes back to Scruffy, who is going to do the same thing. You're basically brawling with this guy. He's going to take another swing at you. But before he actually does it, he keys in something in his arm. Like you see him reach for like the metallic augmentation he has there. And after he inputs the keys, you see some spikes come out of his fist. And he's throwing a spiked fist at you. And the laser turns off, so he doesn't have the guidance anymore, but now he's doing more damage. So give me a speed defense roll for that, please.
Oh my god, he hits.
You rolled a 3?
Yeah.
Would you like a GM intrusion?
That wouldn't be a good thing, though.
I'll give you an XP so you can re-roll that.
Give me one? Cool.
Yep.
Awesome, thank you.
Just re-roll it and I'll take it off mine.
Before the EXP even happens or whatever, I'm still offering you a GM intrusion. So whether you choose to deny it or accept it or whatever, that's up to you. But mind you that I didn't specify this before. You don't know what a GM intrusion could be. It could be bad. It could be good. You don't know.
You know what? Forget the roll, and you give me the XP. I'll take the GM intrusion. That's fine.
And who do you want to give the other?
So I'm getting 1 XP.
Yeah. You can give 1 XP to someone else.
Since she already gave me a piece, I'll give it back to Roman Bard. I'll have two XP because she gave me one, and then I'm giving her back one, so it's fine.
All right. So what happens here is with my intrusion, he goes and he swings his fist at you so hard that he slams your gauntlets together, and they break.
Yep. Okay, that's BS. No, that's my weapons. That's like my thing. Useless in this fight without them.
No, you're still
the weapon was you the entire time.
No, like my weapons are the thing. That's whatever.
All right. We'll say one gauntlet broke. You cannot throw 2 punches anymore.
Kinda. I think.
Need a panic button? I can give you. We can panic.
Can I?
That's like a crazy dream intrusion because it's
All
like
right, guys. All right.
Al,
So listen.
Al, can I pay 3 XP and say if they break, then as Scruffy knocks them together, then he gets electrocuted?
You can definitely say that. And on top of that, would you like a GM intrusion?
Sure, I've just paid 3 XP for a GM intrusion, so sure.
So after that happens, all right, so I'm gonna play out the whole scene right now.
Yeah.
Scruffy goes to punch with his now spiky, very strong fist at Rodon's mighty Doomfist gauntlets. As he goes to punch them, he punches them so hard that they slam together and break and explode. And they explode in an electric mass, and they shock. It explodes like super crazily into the face of Scruffy. And what the intrusion is it blows his face off, and he falls back, and he's dead. His head gets blown off by the explosion. He's done. All the crowd is like, during the whole fight there, everyone was like, oh yeah. And as soon as that, like, there's a big explosion, you see that the Scruffy was going for that punch, gauntlets clash together, blow up, his head blows up with it, he falls down, crowd falls silent. And Roseanne is looking on, and she hops into the ring, rushes towards Rodon, and hugs him.
I take my data pad or whatever, my comm, and I'm like, get me out of here now.
So you all saw that. Now everyone, including the people on on Scruffy side, they're all cheering. Because pirates, this is like a pirate law. If you kill the pirate captain, you become the captain. Just no one's usually strong enough to kill the captain, but you managed it. So now basically you have gained their honor and respect or whatever. So now everyone's
I don't want
cheering.
to be married to Roseanne. I'm sorry. That isn't the life for me.
Meanwhile, back at the ship,
yes,
you can hear the sweet notes of steady saxophone playing in the background.
And you reached out to to Aster with the radio with your little headset. You can get me out of here.
Operation Party Crasher.
And how do you want that to play out?
Aster just kind of like puts his toe on the steering wheel and pushes forward, and the ship just like suddenly starts moving towards the banquet hall and just crashes through the window.
All right, so we're gonna have a big ending scene here, basically. So, essentially, all right. After the cheering goes on, they're all happy. Hey, we saw a great fight. That was a tremendous display of power. You see that some of the people who have been eating the food or whatever, the people who have been blankly staring or whatever, they're still, you see them among the crowd and what have you. You see that Rodon is being hugged he looks very awkward while he's being hugged by Roseanne up on the stage there while everyone's cheering for him. The priest is smiling and almost crying at this, like, it's a beautiful scene to him. The referee at this point. And as you hear Rodon signal to Aster, party crash or whatever the signal was, you start to hear the sounds of your ship approaching. You guys know it because it's a ship, but whatever.
Shh, Mindy. Shh.
It's not the window. Oh, the way I was picturing this happening. Sorry, guys. I just read what Mindy said in Roll20 or Bard. The way I'm picturing this happening, for some reason in my head, is that the ship inside was big enough to fit your ship, and you're just crashing inside the ship.
Okay.
So let's just flavor it like that.
I think I'm a good enough pilot to pick you up in the vacuum.
So yeah, let's flavor it that way. He piloted the ship inside this gigantic ship, and he's crashing. Yeah, in the banquet hall, you're crashing the wall, not actually the hull of the ship, but just the wall of the banquet hall.
Okay.
Sorry about that. I framed that very poorly. So yeah, you guys, that's what's happening now. Everyone's cheering, whatever, and then boom, there's a crash through the banquet hall door, and you see that Aster has very obviously brought the ship in for you guys to make your getaway, and this crash sets off. You don't know what's happening. The people who are given the drug start getting up, and they're the ones panicking the most. You see about 15 or 20 people just like screaming and like spazzing out. On top of that, you can smell something very awful as some of these people have defecated on themselves. And it's really bad. It's a horrible scene, especially the ones who have defecated on themselves. You see that they're trying to push past people. They're like digging in their pants, like, what is this? And they're tripping, so they don't know what's going on. And the people who are not on drugs are all disoriented, like, what's happening? Like, why is there shit? Like, what's happening? And yeah, what do you guys want to do while all this chaos is going on?
Is Roxanne still on to me? Is she like still holding on to me?
I would say she's let go, but she's still next to you.
Gotta go for now. I'll be back. And I kind of do it's like a heroic thing. I'm like, I gotta go for now. I'll be back. And then I run into the crowd towards the ship, and I scream, anarchy! And then I head towards the ship.
Dun 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 dun.
Oh, I like
the gauntlets are broken, right?
Yeah, your gauntlets are destroyed at this point.
You see my arms for the first time, and my arms are literally, I had to have like implants and surgical implants to actually be able to hold those gloves on. I never took them off, so my arms are just these messed up guard things with the robotic like pieces coming out. I'm like, crap! I'm gonna have someone help me rebuild these, and
As you jump in, Aster kind of like sizes you up, and it's like, we'll get you new ones.
Yeah.
So
built up the scratch the last time.
Yeah,
Mindy's gonna run across the hall and jump on board and.
All right, so.
And with all the important people in the party, Aster pulls out and.
But we got Steve.
Steve, how are you approaching this, Steve?
I mean.
Yeah,
as soon as they're in, I'm getting out of here. My work here is done.
I call in the comm like, Steve, come on, let's go.
Yeah, yep, I'm coming.
All right, yeah, so you definitely all get aboard the ship in a haste, and you just see like a mess. You guys left you crashed the wedding quite successfully. There's people with shit all over their pants. Yeah, like someone actually in a mess of stuff took a swig of the galactic thing, and now there's someone like with his arms outstretched, like, he's biting someone in the shoulder. There's people trying to fend off people who have shit all over their hands. The Roseanne is she looks smitten, quite honestly. She has her hands under her like cheek, like she's like cradling her face, like she looks like she just witnessed the most like insanely romantic pirate type thing she's ever seen in her life, and she's gonna remember Rodon for this, and she may come seeking you for courtship at some point in the future. But yeah,
I'm gonna lay low for like a while. I'm gonna lay low.
You guys successfully
she doesn't know my name. She thinks my name is John Goodman.
But she definitely will remember what you look like, and those fists are definitely, if you go back to them, are quite the calling card.
I mean, I'll go back when I'm like old and she's dead, and I'll be like, I'm the Pirate King.
All right, so you guys, actually, can you give me a speed roll for piloting the ship out of this ship, Aster, please?
Sure. All right, buckle in, everyone. I'm half drunk, half full of chocolate, and I think I can do this with both my eyes shut.
Awesome.
Oh, 20! Oh! All right, honestly, this is going to be the last roll of the game anyway.
That was the perfect line, and then to roll a 20 with. Like,
All right,
Yeah,
so
that was
what do you want to like? All right, so basically, this is gonna be the end of the
can
like.
you blow the ship up? Like, not our ship, the bigger ship as we leave it. The bigger ship as we leave it.
You could
blow
do
it up.
you can do anything you want, but since it was Aster's. All right, so since
No,
it's
I'm just giving
literally
him a suggestion.
it's literally the end of the game, so it could literally be anything. I'm not gonna say no, most likely, because it's not gonna affect anything
Okay.
else. So
End of the game. I hit the hyperdrive. I may have miscalculated. I say, brace yourselves. I don't know what's coming. And suddenly, gosh, it is.
We hit warp
And-
10 and all turn into salamanders.
No, Albatross. Albatross is as computer GMing this game, and suddenly he hears a loud crash in his living room,
oh shit.
and he hears familiar voices saying, "Where the hell are we?"
Yo, if
What's this guy doing on his computer? Like,
oh,
wait,
oh boy, yo, I have to give you that was a very awesome way to end the game. Like honestly, it like that oh shit was in character, kind of like quote unquote. Like I and if you guys are watching the stream, like I visibly
yeah,
turned
you
around
turned
to
around.
look.
You
Yeah.
turned around. You saw that.
Oh boy. So yeah, you guys, but you guys are now in my room. What's up, guys?
Hold on.
I hope
Rodon picks you up. Rodon picks you up, and he say, "You're coming with us."
Oh, okay.
Let's go.
You look like a young single man.
You do like a young single.
Oh boy.
Have you heard of the Great Pirate Roseanne?
Oh boy. Oh
The
guys.
ultimate explorer.
So yeah, guys, that was
To me.
war were declared. Yeah,
All right.
that was my one shot.
Thanks.
It was a lot of
That
fun.
was fun.
Oh boy. Oof. Yeah, that was my first
Dude,
one in a
I would-
long time.
I would totally be down bringing the crew back together again for like another one shot
Yo,
sometime.
everybody says that. Every time I run a one shot, everyone's like, I wouldn't mind if our group got back together. Oh boy.
Well, this group was so much fun because we had like so many different jokes. It was hilarious. It was great.
I've found that a lot of the players on the Cypher Unlimited Discord have been. Oh, I actually turned the stream off. Let me sign off and we can chit chat. Thank you everybody for watching, or whoever was watching. Cypher Unlimited rocks. Thank you. I'm gonna say everyone's name: Indiana Walsh, Ink Spitter, Mythical Zeus, and Roaming Bard for playing. You guys did amazing. I hope whoever watched this or is watching this or may watch this in the future enjoyed it or will enjoy it. And yeah, I had a lot of fun. Good game, guys. Nice hustle.